Hello everyone, and welcome back to Burrows. Well, we're here in the thingy thing, right? That was those weird costumes they made last time. It was weird. I think it was weird. And how they do is I I don't know. Ken Ken I guess is just a very talented individual, but oh well. We're lying on the grass, looking up at a bright blue sky as the clouds roll by. The wind and trees all sing together in harmony. Their Sylvan, okay. Tongue sounds like birdsong to my naive, naive, naive ears. Okay, these words, this font, it's hard for me to parse. I'm sorry, guys. I've asked Ian to teach me many times, but he says it's impossible for a mortal's tongue to speak a language older than the creation of words themselves. That has never stopped his tongue from cavorting with a mortal's before, though they say they shall stay between me and him. The words have never been this clear before. Ken must be doing something to... I wonder where that silly bird has wandered off to. 'Twas only this morning that he set off to gather food. Just once I wish he'd take me with him. My adoration from him, would not shrink. God, this font, I'm sorry guys, it's hard on me. Would not shrink were I to see him embrace his savage nature and end a life before me. Dagda? Dagda's teachings are not lost on me. I know all too well the importance the cycle of life and death holds for those who blessed by his power. I was given a frail body, and for that he trusted me with the magic to restore vitality. Such a meek power can turn deadly when abused. And so I was entrusted with an immortal companion, one who could feel not pain nor experience the fear of death. He was wrestled from Kalich's domain and given to me as a gift for my wavering loyalty. I hardly think I deserve such a prize, but I shan't deny my love for him. I understand some of these terms, these things Grandma talked about long ago. Like a beam of gentle moonlight, he swoops down over the lake, a freshly caught fish still writhing in his beak. Oh. Well, hello. Okay. Good tidings, scraggly one. Did thee enjoy thy sunlit respite? Wait, that quite the tongue, bird. Though knowest. Okay, my intentions to follow along, get thee left before I woke. He gets to work preparing his catch for the day. Catch for us, sorry. His smile warms the... What is this word? Cackles? Cockles? I don't know, of my heart. I jest. Calm thyself, Anam Kara. I did not wish to put thee in harm's way. He's too carefree using that term around me. Surely he knows our union is temporary, as my life will one day end, no? Still, thou departed many moons ago. Yes, yet only present me with one meager fish? Is it thy wish that I waste away further? He laughs and grasps my thin waist, almost able to wrap his entire hand around me. My whiskers shiver with electricity. 'Tis only for me, silly boy. Okay, thy need only turn thy head to see the meal I've retrieved for thee. Gray, we can't stay here too long. Why not? Your identities are too strongly linked. If, no, excuse me. If we keep going, you could lose your ego. I've been able to see them so clearly. It would be a waste to leave now, but... Bird. No. Bird. We'll listen to Ken. We'll listen to Ken. Okay. Pull us out. I don't want to be in too much danger. It takes some effort, but I feel the layers start to come undone around me. The room spins, and I fight against its inertia until I wake up with a gasp. Ugh. Come down slow. That was deeper than I expected. What? What the fuck? He shakes his head. That was a close call. That wasn't just a random memory. What do you mean? It was buried deep on purpose. He wanted you to keep diving to look for answers so he could... He holds his arm, looking genuinely... disturbed. Anyway, we can't do that again. It's too dangerous. I don't really understand, but if you think it's risky, we'll stop. He nods and gets up, brushing off the makeshift loincloth. Now, yeah, good. Now let's take this shit off and go somewhere safer. Hey, there are so many unanswered questions between us. It feels foolish to try and fix that now. But still, I'll try. Did Docs actually show you how to do this? He shrugs and smiles. Nah. There's always a grandma. Or some wise scholar. Okay. Or maybe a village hag, waiting for a curious fool to wander by. This time, it just happened to be a relative. I bet another me learned it from someone else, and there are probably plenty of me's who's never learned it all. I have no idea what he's talking about. My confession must be obvious. My confusion, not confession. Confusion! Must be obvious as he shakes his head and waves his idea away. Forget it. Point is, I just know. Same way you do. I nod. It's probably better not to think too hard about it. My stomach rumbles, and I check the clock on the nightstand. Geez, it's already past 4. This day flew by. Ken shrugs, slipping back into his underwear and an undershirt. We did kind of sleep in. Or are you admitting the nocturnal lifestyle is superior? It is. Truly. I'll do no such thing. He looks at me funny, and I realize... And I realize some of Faolong's way of speaking slipped through. So, dinner? But I'm out of cereal. I can get us something from downstairs. Just a knock on the door scares us half to death. It's Cold and Jesse. Hey guys, what's up? Oh, hope you're having fun. Jesse drops a bag on his head and waves hello. We just wanted to drop by and deliver some food. Problem solved. I see. We grabbed a bite to eat on the way back and figured you'd be hungry by now. I open the bag and see a container full of pasta and meatballs. The delectable smell of garlic and meat sauce hits my nose, and I practically squeal in delight. Oh, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that for us. We didn't do it for both of you. Jesse nudges him again. Colt seems really upset. Did your outing go well? Colt nods, not looking at me. Went off without a hitch. We already ate, so don't wait up. He slips away, and I hear the door to their room slam shut. Don't mind him. It's not your fault. You gotta forge your own path in life, and it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. I won't let him give up just yet. Jess, I hate this. I hate that we can't all just get along. It's not just Ken either. Jesse and Colt won't make the effort. I'm the only one who believes in him, no matter how faulty that foundation is. I understand. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you wanted me to be. He smirks and pats me on the head. His expression is sad, but still carries the air of understanding. I'm disappointed, son. Just tired. The door closes, and I hear him muttering to himself as he walks away. Just tired. A little bit same, but not really. I'm not that old. Not yet. Don't feel bad for me. I know what I'm doing. They've welcomed you with open arms from the beginning, and you're still staying with me after all. I'm not going to even attempt to explain why again. Just accept that this is what's going to happen. All right, shit. You sure you're not in love with me? I mean, I kind of am. I mean, look at you. Jesus. Positive. Now, come on, let's eat. We dig into the generous portion of pasta, quelling our appetites. I read words, kids. I guess this was Colt and Jesse's last gesture of goodwill towards us. All I can hope is that this means they support my decision when this blows over. We'll clear Ken's name and everyone can meet again on equal terms. A knock on the door interrupts our feast. I don't know. Probably who is it? I don't know. Why write like this? Why write like this? I already can't read regular words. Now you want me to parse fumbled up words. That's not happening. That's not happening. I swallow a huge lump of pasta and groan as it plops into my stomach. Hello? There you are. I was about to call the local pawn shop to see if you two, hawked my jewelry. Oh, it's just you. He sniffs the air and spots our dinner. You know, I may be a lady of good breeding, but I have an insatiable weakness for Italian cuisine. And? Here, you can have half of mine. Don't mind if I do. Ken, no. He pushes past me and sits on the floor, neatly tucking his dress under his knees like a proper lady. You sure about that? They say not to feed strays or they keep coming back. This is already, way more food than I'm used to eating. It would have gone to waste. I would have eaten it. Remember our little conversation about getting fat yesterday? I could pull it off. If you keep gaining weight, you won't be pulling anything off. Oh, wait, was that Jean? That was Jean, sorry. I said the same thing. I knew I liked this girl. I groan. The last thing I want is for these two to get along. Anyway, I can't help but feel completely ignored. Is this a boys-only club or something? No, not at all. We just, had some private matters to attend to is all. He never talks this formally with me. We're not exactly friends. But Babette? So forgive me if it slipped my mind to invite you to. Huh. He stabs a fork through a pile of noodles and twists, pulling back a good third of the portion. I forgive you. After all, I know the money will come eventually. But I have another matter to attend, to talk about with you, in private. Really now. He pulls me closer, holding my chin and whispering so only I can hear. About getting the hell out of here. What are you? Ken blinks a few times and then stumbles to his feet. If that's what you mean, I mean. Let me go shower. I'll give you two some privacy. We don't... His tail slips past me as the bathroom door slams. Jean giggles. dev devilishly? Deviously? Deviously. That's that word. You really need to work on subtlety if you're trying to pass as a woman, Jean. Whatever. It's not like you've ever seen me as such. At least the boy is. That's exactly right. That boy. Aren't you too old to be playing with a kid's feelings like this? What's the matter? Men your age not doing it for you? That's... Or was Edian just a one-time fluke on your part? How dare you? He shoots... I'm sneezing. I'm being a sneezy boy. Okay. He shoots to his feet, refusing to look at me. It hurts, doesn't it? Do you really think he wouldn't tell? He'd tell me when he started seeing each other? You're sick. That was a mistake, rodent. He was confused and looking for someone to... He shrinks back. A look of self-hatred spreads across his face. It doesn't matter. You are the adult in the situation. That's a line, Jean. An unspoken rule. You're one to talk. Am I to believe you hadn't taken advantage of the situation? We've been here 3 days. Am I to believe you've honestly been looking for a way back home? That's what I thought. Still sat on your ass when it comes to making a decision. Things are getting complicated. He sighs and shakes his head in exasperation. Look, regardless, you know we have no business being here. You belong back home, Gray. Even if you don't give a damn about me, Simone and Et are in danger as long as that scaly friend of yours is on the prowl. Charles. I can't imagine him ever working up the nerve to kill someone. Certainly not his former friends. Right? There's so much about him we don't know. The only one who won't have kept up with his whereabouts would be Jules, and they fell out after Sam died. I hate to admit it, but Jean's right. All right, we'll go back. Splendid. After I help Ken. He groans. But helping people takes so long. Think of it as karma for being a landlord. You're long overdue for some good deeds. I'm not taking moral advice from a glorified bottom. Damn. He smirks, flashing a bare shoulder at me. What are you doing? Do you remember that night we all got drunk at Symes? Back in October. God damn it, he remembers. Refresh my memory. He slings across the floor towards me. Everyone else had passed out, but you were abstaining, so it was just the two of us. And you mentioned something about alternative payment methods. My skin crawls. I should have been castrated before puberty. My cock has done nothing but lead me to trouble. Really now. He stops just short of kissing me. Our noses zapping with static as they pass near each other. Yes, I seldom get to enjoy bottoming as myself. You know, as a man. And you glanced at my rear and said something to the effect of, with an ass like that, it'd be a crime not to hit it at least once. Yes, I recall. Ah, so you did remember. Then you also remember the supposed deal we worked out? He rubs up and down my arms. I hate to admit that it's sort of turning me on. I do, but with Ken here, it would be... Let him watch. Damn it, stop. Ken suddenly bursts out of the bathroom in his towel, fur still damp. Hey, is everything okay? I heard shouting. No,
You're not fucking.
Of course we're not. I stand up, pushing Jean off of me. He looks hurt, but I know those emotions aren't genuine. I'm going next. I need to cool off. You're gonna have a hot shower to cool off? Is that how that works? Okay.
Alright. Are you sure everything's okay?
Yes, just... I look down at Jean in disgust. He feigns his best puppy dog eyes, a lip quivering. Don't do anything you'll regret while I'm gone.
Okay.
I slam the door behind me and lean against the wall. The mix of emotions I'm feeling makes me want to throw up. I'm repulsed from Jean's sudden advance, and even more repulsed that it got me hot and bothered. I know the kind of person he is. He acts first and deals with the consequences later. Fuck him, but fucking him would be easy, and it would knock away some of my debt. But what would that say about me? How could I look at anyone back home the same way if I sold myself? I promised myself to never resort to that again. And yet the idea. Ugh. I strip my clothes off and hop into the shower. I don't wait for the water to heat up, letting the cold shock me back to my senses. Whether half interested, okay. My lower half was sporting shrinks back. Am I reading this right? Okay. Back at the icy water. I think about Jean's proposal, finding a way home. But that would mean abandoning Ken. I'm so close to finally getting the truth out of him. I couldn't live with myself if I left him behind and never seeing this through to the end. He needs someone who will stay by his side. I can be that for him. Are you sure you don't love him? Positive. Not all love has to be romantic. My feelings have changed so much since the first day we met. I used to look at him like a typical teenager, zero interest whatsoever. I felt stuck with him. Now that he's opened up to me and shown some vulnerability, it feels like, I don't know, a younger brother figure? Brothers don't do what you two did. Whatever. Then he's my friend, so what? Is that what we're calling that these days? He trusts me, and I can't violate that, no matter what. I shut off the water, more sure than ever about what I want to do. I'm not leaving him. If Jean wants to bring me back, it'll have to be after I save Ken. Save him from himself? If that's what it comes down to. But who will save him from you? I try to focus on drying off, but I keep sensing something off, something out of the corner of my eye. A bad feeling is coming from behind the door. No, Jean promised. Wait, did he? I don't think he did. Well, Ken said. Damn it. I kick the door open. Jean is on top of Ken in bed, straddling his hips. A thin line of drool connects their lips. I knew it! I leap onto the bed and push Jean off of him. Thank God they both still have their clothes on.
Dude, party foul!
You, stay quiet. Jean sits up, forcing a smile through angry teeth. You really love to play chaperone, don't you? I grab him by the collar. By the collar of his dress, sorry. And rear back, ready to finally punch his smug little face.
Whoa, stop!
Ken grabs my arm and pins me down with all of his weight. Let me at him.
We can't go around socking broads in the face, even if they're bad at making coffee.
He asked for it, you know. I didn't have to do anything. I slip out of my shirt and pull away from Ken's grasp.
Don't.
This charade has gone on long enough. You. I grab Jean by the arm and pull him to his feet. We're going to talk in private. Ken, stay here. Come on, this is... I don't let him finish. I drag him into the bathroom and lock the door behind me. Really? I can explain. I rip off his hairpiece. His mouth hangs open, eyes darting between me and his reflection in the mirror. This ends tonight, Gene. I run the tap and grab a cloth to wipe off his makeup. What? Oh, okay. Sure. No more tricking men with this clown paint. I pluck off his false eyelashes one by one. You animal! I can hear Ken shouting something, but I refuse to open the door until this wrong is righted. Eventually, Gene stops resisting. His arms fall limp as I finish rubbing off his alter ego's visage. I slip him out of his stolen clothes and I hand him a clean towel to dry his face with. Finally, without any bells and whistles, Gene stands before me as a man. I've never seen him nude before, but before he can get any ideas, I hand him a bathrobe to wear. There. Now look at yourself. He glances at his reflection with a huff. All of the bravado is gone, leaving only a husk of a miserable old queer behind. Do you get it now? Get what? That I'm a man? This is who you are. There's nothing wrong with this. Why should I believe you? He looks away in shame, holding himself. You look the part. You've had everything you wanted. You want from birth. I've never fit either role, really. I can play the foppish dandy just fine, but it brings me no joy. Men don't look at me the way they look at you or an et. All of my posh trimmings turn them off. Oh, but if I'm a girl. He laughs and twirls as if he were still in a gown. Then that greed becomes opulence. That haughtiness turned into confidence. Jean. It's still more acceptable to be a woman in our world than whatever this is. He gestures to himself, gagging at his reflection. That's why it meant so much to me that you would still see me as attractive when I'm like this. Even if I don't. It's surreal to see the abstract figure in my life suddenly open up to me like this. My only relationship with this person is stained at best. Strained, not stained. Strained! And now I feel like I'm looking at the real Gene for the first time. No outrageous costumes, no that's a word. Posturing. Just a fox. Look, don't say anything. I don't need your pity. That's not it. I pick up his wig and dust it off, placing it respectively on the counter. I didn't mean to take that away from you. I didn't know it meant so much to you. But even then, it's wrong to misuse it, even if it makes you feel validated. I know. Do you even want to be a man? He shrugs. I'm just me. Never felt strongly about it either way. Would you still want me if I wasn't, He cuts himself off with a chuckle. No. Of course you would. You fuck anything that breathes. That's not entirely inaccurate. Even a freak like me? You're not a freak. People love you. Both of you. He rolls his eyes. For the time being, I'll leave the boy alone. Happy? I nod. He sighs, finally relaxing his body. And, as for my offer, is it still on the table? Surely. I would be willing to cut what you owe in half for a night in bed. What would you say? No, I want Kenny boy. We'll save up money. We're fine. Sorry, but I just can't. Not after everything you put me through. No, I understand. I just wanted to put the option out there. He sighs, looking at himself one last time before slapping his face. Okay, no more dilly-dallying. We have to tell the boy the truth. Right. I forgot about that. I really hope this doesn't turn violent. It could, undo a lot of progress. One last thing. Huh? I gently stroke Jean's face, guiding his eyes to our reflection. You look lovely either way. Don't cut yourself short, Jean. His pale cheeks flush, and he pulls away laughing. All right, I won't. Now let's get this over with. I don't know how much is left of the build. I really don't. This is long. But I'll end the part here and suffer the consequences later. So I'll see you guys around.